Is there anything that you would say makes you unhappy in your day-to-day life?
Yeah, there's a lot.
I mean, sure, there's things that make me unhappy. I mean, from various things, from kids who don't behave the way they're supposed to in class, or do the work they're supposed to do, or my children at home who, you know, we get in an argument, or I get in an argument with my husband. You know, those kind of things
Yeah.
make me unhappy from time to time, but that's not lasting.
Yeah.
Freshmen.
Freshman?
Yes, they're really annoying. They just crowd up in halls like, yo, I need to get to Scob's class, and y'all are just standing here, and can y'all get out the way? But they all have like one brain cell divided between them, so they're like, huh?
Not really. I'm usually a pretty happy person anyway, so everything I do just kind of see the positive in it.
Okay.
My career is, I love being a teacher. I've been a teacher for 11 years. Before that, I was a para for 5.5 years. So I've been in education for almost 2 decades, and I really, really do enjoy it. But just like with any job, any career, you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have things that you love and things that you don't. And yeah, I mean, I could list off things that make me unhappy on a day-to-day basis, but also those same things could then make me happy if certain things change.
Yes. Professional development.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of things that we come in contact with that kind of can make us temporarily unhappy, I guess is a good way of putting it. I would say probably the biggest thing would be, as a teacher, seeing the amount of kids who have no confidence in themselves. They have zero self-esteem, and knowing that they're not getting any encouragement at home, and that there's nothing that anybody can do to help change the home part of it, that we can't fix.
Stupidity, just your basic ignorance of the world, how it works, and people that are self-involved and uneducated feel that just because they've had a thought means it's right.
Okay. How would you define happiness?
I would define happiness as just finding joy in everything, seeing the positive side to it, not letting anything stress you out or make you nervous or anxious or fear the future, just being content in where you are and knowing that everything will always work out because everything in life is so good. Nothing is that bad.
Ooh. Boy, oh boy. That's a tough one. I think it is, I think happiness comes within. I don't think there is a thing or a person per se that is like, it has to be kind of intrinsically like my happiness is going to be different than your happiness. You know, my happiness might be watching basketball for 12 hours straight and having a couple beverages. And, you know, your happiness is probably not that. And so I think it's just kind of what motivates you, what makes you tick, and everyone's happiness is different. But it is something that, like, I think everyone should constantly be pursuing to try to achieve that. So.
Being at peace.
Yeah.
That's I don't know if that's but like, I have a lot of anxiety, and, you know, I feel like all of us as humans have, like, maybe we don't have depression, but we have maybe bouts of depression. We have things that, like, upset us and deeply sadden us. And so when I am the most happy, like when I can smile and it's a true smile, or when I can laugh, it's a true laugh. And I would consider that to be like, okay, Derek's happy.
Again, for me, I would define happiness as a state of a joy, you know, feeling like things are right and good, But again, I think there's a difference between joy and happiness, because I think I can have that joy all the time, and I think happiness changes with circumstances or situations.
Happiness to me means like a beautiful wife, a house on a hill, and like in like the countryside with a bunch of beautiful children just living off the land.
Okay.
That's happiness to me.
That's a hard one. I think happiness is more than just having a good day. I think happiness is a feeling of gratitude for the things that you have and that matter to you, and that prioritizing.
Please release the JV baseball boys that are going to Overbrook at this time.
That makes me unhappy in the middle of recording.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think being with the things and the people that are important to you and knowing and prioritizing those things on a daily basis and having those people close to you that do mean something to you, all of that together sort of creates happiness, I guess.
Working hard to do your best and then being content with where you find yourself. It takes out luck and things like that. You just, at some point, you get to where you are, and you have to be able to love or at least be content. Because contentment to me is happiness.
Are you in a place right now that allows you to do all the things that you love and that brings you joy? And the place, I mean like situationally, like in your life.
Situationally, immediately, no.
Yeah.
Which is part of the reason why I'm leaving teaching. This decision was exceedingly hard. It was very difficult. But I would say the people, like I just explained earlier, people that where I'm happiest is with my family. I found that they were getting just what was left of me at the end of the day. I would expend every amount of energy and patience and love and everything that I could to my students to try to fill all of the gaps that I was seeing for them and try to help to make their day better and their lives better and their futures better and everything like that. And by the time I got home, I was exhausted and I didn't have anything left. And so it's probably one of the bigger reasons why I'm leaving teaching. But making that decision moving forward, the position that I am going to go into is training at the adult level, and it will have a flexible schedule, and if my kids are sick, I can just stay home with them, and it's not a big deal, and I don't have hours of sub-plans to try to create, and so forth. But I think that the move for me will definitely be a move in the right direction for having those things.
No, not even close. I mean, like, I'm not complaining. I really don't like complaining. It makes me uncomfortable. Sometimes you have to do that to get kind of things that you want. But as far as like being in a place where, what was that again? Being in a place where,
Being in a place that allows you to do all the things that you love and brings you joy.
okay. So again, what I love and what brings me joy is spending all of my time with my family. And by family, I mean the people in my household.
Yeah.
Yes, always.
Okay.
Close.
Close.
My schedule is that where, I mean, there's few professions where I get to, spend as much time with my family as I want. and have like holidays and things like that off. I don't miss my kids' events, and that would be devastating to me. But financially, I'm not there. So I think if my finances were in better shape, and part of that is like bad decisions I've made in the past, and families cost money and things like that. So, but if I would fall into some wealth, I certainly wouldn't be sad. I think that would increase my happiness.
I would say so, yeah, because I don't have to pay bills or deal with taxes right now. I can just try to enjoy life the most I can and try and do well in school as well.
Okay.
I am in a great place right now. I really am. I love my job. Love teaching. I love coaching. I have a fabulous husband and a wonderful family, and you know, I'm getting to the point now where I've got a couple of grandkids. Talk about happiness right there.
Yeah.
Grandkids. But yeah, I'm in a great place.
Absolutely. I'm where I'm at for a reason and through a choice.
Yeah, absolutely. I would change. Well, that's an interesting. So just one thing.
Anything.
Anything. Oh, all things.
Anything about your life. You wish you were a little bit taller, wish you were baller, wish you were rabbit in the hat with a bat. I don't know.
Nice. Well, it's funny that you say taller. I definitely wish that. And we already talked about this, but it would take money and like a year of, pain and suffering. If I could be 3 inches taller, I would like that. I would do that. I would be able to, like if I could, I love teaching, but my ideal job would be to make art for everyone to see. It's not really, yes, on this hand, I would like to have the freedom of endless money so that I could do whatever I want. But like, even if I didn't make that much money, but all of the films that I would make or like act in would be able to be seen by the world, that would be just as good, if not better,
If I could change anything, probably the time I spend doing things, just focusing more on what I truly do love. Like, instead of stressing about a homework assignment that I have 2 weeks to work on, maybe planning something to do with my friends or spending more time at the gym, and just knowing that like I can get other things done while also enjoying what I'm doing in that present moment.
Oh boy. Wow, that's a tough one. I mean, I just got done saying how happy I am with where I am right now. I really don't know that I would change anything. I feel, again, like the Lord orders my day, and so I feel like I'm where He wants me to be, and so that makes me feel at peace. And I don't think I would change anything right now, no.
Okay. Anything at all.
So that is a really good question. And the answer to that question is no. I wouldn't change anything. And the reason for that is everything you have, every step you make, every gain you have, every accomplishment you make is because of something you've gone through, something you've grown through, and things like that. And like, I wouldn't be the person that I am today at all if I didn't have all of that. Was it easy? No, it wasn't. I've had a lot of hard times, a lot of struggles and things like that you see some things in education and stuff like that, and that in itself can take you to a pretty dark place, honestly. And but all of it combined are what make me me. And I mean, once you hit 40, you kind of decide that hopefully decide that you like yourself more than you like anybody else, and it doesn't matter what other people think. But I definitely think that we are who we are, and we have what we have because of what we've gone through.
Change.
Yes, I would change that. Like, I wouldn't have a cleft lip and cleft palate because that's really challenging for me some days. And I would make myself have really long, sexy, beautiful hair.
Okay.
Yes, I would have bought Bitcoin about 10 years ago, and I would have bought a lot of it.
Yeah.
And then I would like I don't understand. My wife and I actually had this conversation about like what would you do like if you were incredibly wealthy. Like I couldn't see myself not ever working. That seems very boring and just waiting for death. So you have to have something that motivates you. But you know, if I would fall into some wealth, that would definitely help things.
If I can't go back to when I was 16 and redo it all over again, not a lot I would do differently. I probably would be a more patient and kinder father to my children, where I thought it was motivation. They didn't take it that way.
And the last one, are you happy?
Yes.
Okay.
Very.
Okay. And the sixth and final question, are you happy?
I am happy. Yes,
Okay.
I'm very happy.
Good.
So,
And the sixth and final question, are you happy?
I am. I would say that I am. I think you know that that's a loaded question because otherwise this wouldn't be an interview topic. I would say I am happy. Am I happy every single day? No. I have crappy, terrible days. I have crappy, terrible weeks sometimes. But overall, I am happy. And my career shift is to ensure that I stay that way and don't go the other way.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It was a very good interview. All right. And this is the sixth and final question.
Okay.
Are you happy?
Not really. I'm not really happy, but I try to like hide it with a mask of humor. Like I've always joked about trauma and stuff my whole life. It's how I cope with stuff, you know.
And this is the sixth and final question.
Okay.
Are you happy?
Yes. I would say 97% of the time I'm happy.
Okay.
There are every job has their days, every human life has their days where things just don't go your way, but overall I am happier than I deserve.
And last question.
Yes, sir.
Are you happy?
No, never happy.
Yeah?
No,
No?
never.
Okay.
As soon as I'm happy, I become lazy.
And this is the sixth and final question.
Okay.
Are you happy?
Based on my definition before, like the definition of happy.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. You know, that's a hard question because it's like, yeah, I'm happy. Like I have someone in my life who loves me, that I love, that's very good to me and for me. So like in that aspect of my life, yes, I'm happy. But do we get in arguments sometimes? And you know, are we put through stressors because of lack of money or because of our children's other parents? Yes. So like sometimes that isn't so happy. Do I love what I do here teaching? Yes, I do. But then are these issues with administration, lack of funds, parents and some students? Yes. But at the end of the day, I still love all those things. So, yeah, I mean, yes. Yes, I'm happy.
Okay.
Smiley face right there. That's
I
it?
think that's it. Yeah.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you.
No. All right, cut.